Hello and welcome back to Farming Simulator 22 with mods. Yes, we have had mods in this already. However, I have gone through the mod network and I have downloaded a bunch of mods. I do want to just outright apologize. I am sick. I tried to avoid recording videos while I'm sick. However, I do not want to get too far behind. So my voice will sound a little funny, and some sections might just have to be cut entirely from coughing fits and everything. But if you look down at the bottom right-hand corner, where all our gauges are, you can see a nice little green number, which is our direction degree point on like a compass. So that'll be helpful because we still don't have GPS yet. Oh, this is painful coming up this hill. We are heading to do another fertilizing contract. We ended off the last episode, I'm pretty sure, doing a fertilizing contract, which is right here. We'll collect that. In today's episode, I am really going to push to get about $80,000 here, so we can buy one of the large chicken coops. Now, the large chicken coop that I am buying is also a modded large chicken coop. It's the same price, but instead of holding 380 chickens, it can hold 600. Which is awesome. Really good. Also, what is nice about the extended enhanced vehicle mod, we've got our diff lock, which I cannot remember what buttons they are to change those. They could be different from FS19. I'll have to go through that. They also give us our actual liters burning, so how much fuel we're going through per hour, which is nice. Also tells us the wear and tear on the tractor and the equipment that we're pulling as well. So right now the tractor is 30.6, I think. And the fertilizer is 26.3% war. Oh, sorry about that. And it also shows us our total mass down below, which is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Where are we going here? We're going to field 21, which is this cornfield right here. I should have showed up with a sprayer, but I didn't. With that being said, oh, that was a rock. That was a real nice rock. I know I could have got a worker to drive all the way up here and then start on this field, but I always find when I do that, they only end up doing half the field, which isn't ideal. So now that we got him going, our sorghum field is also ready to harvest, which is good because you can feed sorghum to your chickens. Yes, yes. And the only thing we have in our silo right now is canola. Just under 18,000 liters of canola. What's the price for canola? Because I have come to the realization, even if you go onto this menu here and select which month you're in, that price table doesn't really mean boo. So if we go down to canola, I just scroll right over top of it. Normally in December would be your best month, and we are currently in June, which is apparently one of the worst months. So if we go over to here, yeah, that seems to be all right. But the other issue is it doesn't give you an actual physical price on this table. Like, yeah, you're telling me to go down and back up, but is this supposed to be like, how much is this compared to this? Is this like $200 or $3,000? That really needs to be, addressed. Whether you put some numbers over on this side or whatever. So as of right now, I think I'm going to sell our canola, even though it is going down, I know. But it'll inject us with a bit of cash, and 2,300 isn't bad. Not great, but it's not bad. So we'll just hop up into the Valtra here. Hook up to our nice big trailer. We should be able to fit everything all in one load. And we will run up and sell that. I also need to place down my new honey pallet spawn thing, which allows us to put down spawn more than one honey pellet at a time, which just being able to have one spawn is, yeah, it's not great. So this one allows you to spawn, I think it's 6 or 8 of them at a time, which is a whole heck of a lot better. So we're going to the farm shop. So I'm just going to tag that, and I'm pretty sure that's that one way up there. Yes. So when we come back from this, we also have a bunch of lettuce to sell, which depending on the price of lettuce... Let me just try to stay on the road here. Lettuce. That's not a bad price. That's also at the farm shop. And I don't think our trailer would have fit onto the back of this. So we might be... Oh, buddy! Buddy, what are you doing, buddy? Come on, man. I wasn't really off the road that much, and you just go plowing right through thinking that you own the place. People, I tell you what. But yeah, we might be heading back up to the farm shop with the lettuce when we get back. I think we'll harvest the field first. So I'll see you up at the farm shop. Because why would I make you sit through this drive when I have to sit through it myself? So we're just coming on up to the farm shop here. The contract on field 21, I think it is finished. So I have a worker driving the tractor back to the shop right now. Or not to the shop, but to our farm. So that'll be good. That's another $4,000, I think. Right there. Collect. And we've got just under 18,000 liters here to drop off. Hopefully, we're not going to hit the ceiling. Maybe if the trailer is full, we would. I'm hoping. We just barely. $42,000. $42,000. Well, we have surpassed what we needed to get our chickens without selling the lettuce or anything. I cannot believe we made $42,000 off of that. I didn't think the price was high enough. I honestly didn't. That's crazy. That's really good. That'll leave us with more than enough money to buy the chicken coop, place it down, and fill it full of chickens. Because there's no sense of having a chicken coop if you don't have any chickens to put in said chicken coop. It's kind of counterproductive, if you know what I mean. So now it's a race to see who can get back to the yard quicker, either me or the fertilizing dick over there. I think he's going to win, but we shall see. So, pulling back into the yard here, and we beat the guy. We beat him. Where'd he go? Where is my slow-ass worker? Oh, he's almost there. Almost there. Why am I saying there? Should be saying here. He's almost here. Almost here. I don't know why I'm parking this trailer, because we are going to need it. I might as well just turn the tractor off and leave her hooked up. There he is. About time you showed up. Late to the party as usual. So the large honey pallet location also costs more, but you can apparently hold 18. So we'll put it in the same spot. $1,800, well worth it. Chickens. This is the large chicken barn. That's the regular chicken barn. Same price. Just be able to hold a lot more chickens. Which is what we want. We want chickens. Chickens are good. We like chickens. Now, I think I'm going to put it here. Because if we get another greenhouse, we could probably put the other greenhouse over here somewhere. Or maybe the barn will fit over here. I do have extended placeables on now too, so I could like jam this right into the house if I wanted to. Apparently it'll only cost me a couple extra dollars to do so. But where to put it? I don't really want to take up too much field space. I guess I could sell this hayloft. That would make sense because I don't really think I'm going to use it. So let's just do that. 30 grand? Sure. I'll take that extra 30 grand and I'll use it to buy a chicken coop. Now if I do this right, I've never used that path before. So I could probably jam this up pretty close and be able to put a second one down later. Yeah, 2 of them will fit there. We can have 1,200 chickens. I'm not, because I can't. I don't have enough money, but that's perfect. Yeah, we gotta feed them from the road, which might make traffic upset. But that's a good spot for it. I'm glad I thought about that. So, let's buy some chickens and harvest some sorghum to feed said chickens. And we'll start making bank. Because who doesn't like to make bank? I know I like to make bank. Hope you like to make bank. Come on, there we go. Let's buy a few of these. Let's buy 60 of the small chickens. No, let's not buy 60 of the small chickens. Let's buy 30 of the small chickens. We'll buy 60 of the big chickens. We'll buy 30 of those. Okay. And then we will buy 60 of you. There's 60. We'll buy you. Now, I know, everyone else that I've seen buys roosters to get the chickens to reproduce. But I'm not going to, because I do not think you need a rooster in said pen to make the chickens reproduce. So as it sits right now, at the making of this episode, we have 30 small chickens, which will grow up in about 6 months. We also have 60 full-size chickens that will reproduce shortly once we get their health up and everything. So if we have any more than those 60 big ones and 30 small ones, we will know 100% that you do or you do not need a rooster. Testing with TowMan G. You're welcome. Maybe I'm shooting myself in the foot, but it's better me shoot myself in the foot because it's documented on camera while recording, and I can blame it on that. Blame it on testing purposes and not just TowMan's dumb reasons. So, with that said, we might as well. It would be rude not to fire up this harvester and harvest this field that's sitting here waiting for us. Like, oh, TowMan Daddy, please harvest me. Please, please. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to set our cruise control, and I can use that nice little green number there at the bottom of our screen, right above the speedo, to get myself lined up on the perfect 90-degree angle to do some nice straight lines going up and down this field, or at least until I decide to put a worker onto it. But for now, everything's going all hunky-dory. We've got $51,000 after buying said chicken coop and buying chickens. And I have not found a single collectible on this map. I did not know that a single collectible on this map pays you out 50 grand either. Thanks for telling me, guys. I'm glad I had to learn that on my own accord. But they do. So if you didn't know, a collectible on this map pays you 50 grand, where a collectible on Elm Creek only pays out 1,000. Which would kind of make sense, because I'm pretty sure there's like 100 or more collectibles on Elm Creek, and apparently there's only like 20 on this map. And if anyone who's keen and has picked up, I have never once said the name of this map because I cannot pronounce it to save my life. I've looked like an idiot saying it over and over out loud, looking at it, and it just never sounds right. So I just have never tried to say it on camera. I can say Elm Creek just fine. Even Erlingrad is okay for me to say. But this one, I'm not even going to do it. I'm not even going to do it. I'll just leave it up to your imagination and how much I'm butchering that word of this map. That was such a good cough right there, I started losing feeling in my left arm. Have you guys had that before? If not, it's happened to me. And it stings, man. It stings. Holy. But I will not let it stop me from harvesting, because I am a dedicated farmer, and I want to harvest my shit. Or crops. Sorghum. Sorghum. Yes, sorghum. Because my chickens now need me. It's not just me that I need to feed here, which I don't think I've ever done. I've never once fed myself in this game because apparently eating isn't a thing. But my chickens do need to eat. I don't, but my chickens do. And it's so much nicer having that little green number there with my degree marker instead of always having to run with my mini-map open. Because I never really ran with my mini-map open in FS19, so it's just nice to have that. Yeah, we still don't have GPS. And when GPS comes, I can turn my head off. Until then, video quality, you're going out the window because Gavin needs to see that little green number. If you didn't know my name, that's what the G stands for, and TowMan G is Gavin. So hello, my name is Gavin, TowMan G. How are you doing today? So I think that's going to be good enough to feed our chickens for right now. I think this chicken coop can actually hold like 120,000 liters of said product. And for 600 chickens, that's not far off, I don't think. But for right now, this combine is painfully slow. I got very painfully slow, especially in reverse, which I'm going to really piss you off by backing up. Here, I'll put my four-ways on, then there's nothing you can do about it. Nothing at all you can do about it. There we go. We'll just unload that into the trigger. We hop up into here. As you can see, the grain is going up, which is good. Really good. And look at that. The traffic's even staying far enough back to where I can drive back into my farm. Maybe that's because of my four-ways. Oh, and I got a beacon. I forgot about that. Realistically, I really like this combine. Biggest downfall is that it can only do 12 mile an hour. That is its biggest weakness. It's got a good tank size. It's got a decent header width. 6-meter header to start is the bee's knees. It can also run a 6-meter corn header. It can only do 12 mile an hour though. Only 12 mile an hour. That's its biggest downfall. And that's the only reason why I would think about upgrading. Because as of right now, even if we do grow, because if we do, we're definitely going to be buying those fields directly behind us. Like, these fields. Still can't zoom in. So, field 39 and 42. Those are probably going to be the fields that I go for. That one's 146,000. That one's 112. So we'll probably buy that one first. And if we do find a collectible or two, that's probably what it's going to go to. And while doing that, I drove off of my perfect 90 line, so I just royally buggered myself up. I'll blame it on making content. Because that's what most YouTubers do, right? They blame their problems on the fact that they were recording and making a video in the first place. Right? Right. That's just what we're going to go with. I'm going to carry on doing this. Actually, no, I'm going to hire a worker. The worker's going to carry on doing that. Oh, yeah, the worker's going to carry on doing that. Why? Because it seems like the right thing to do. Right thing to do. Then I don't have to worry about making the line straight. But what am I going to do, you asked? Maybe something to do with this lettuce. We've got a fair bit of lettuce sitting up over here. Actually, I only have 108 liters in stock. It's all out here. Oh, we got all that and all this, which is pretty good. 200 liters per pallet, so that's not bad. And I mean, the price for lettuce isn't too bad. I've seen it over like $3,000, but 2,700 isn't bad at all. We can't complain. Plus, we have some honey here that we could sell. Which price is for honey? Honey's pretty good. 3,600 bucks for 1,000 liters of honey. We've got maybe 1, 2, 4, 6. Yeah, almost got 1,000 liters of honey. Maybe. No pallets over here yet. I hope they're gonna spawn. I am on 0.5. So that's probably my downfall. Let me speed time up to at least 1. At least 1. So I'm gonna load up all the lettuce. Play Jenga with the back of this truck and trailer. And we're gonna head up to the farm shop. We are gonna flood the market with lettuce and honey. Be like, we are never gonna offer these type of prices again if you're just going to screw us over like this. And that's perfectly fine. They're allowed to think that way. The way it would be best to stack these. This way. The other way. Oh, that way. The other way. There we go. I swear to God, I'm not crazy. And I haven't taken any medicine either today, so I don't know what all this energy is from. Oh boy. But yeah, this is going to be painful to watch because it's going to be painful to do, so I will see you once my mess of this trailer is completed. It will be a mess. Also, good news everyone! I now have super strength, so now I can start driving like an idiot again because I can just keep doing stuff like this. And if I fall over, I can make weird terrain marks in the sky. Like that. By flipping my vehicle back over. Which is just great. Means I can drive more like a dum-dum and make better content for you guys because I'm sure you all really like, thought I saw something to pick up there. Can I pick up the dog? Oh no, I can give you loves. Give the dog some loves. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Apparently the helper's also done. Oh, maybe he is. Wow, that's pretty cool. He actually finished a field by himself for once. But if we hop back in the truck, we've got 3,200 liters of lettuce and 720 liters of honey, which is a pretty good deal. Pretty good deal. Trailer's a little overloaded. So super strength might come in handy very shortly when I tip this thing over. Going too fast around the corner. This isn't NASCAR. The vehicles themselves seem to be planted pretty good. I honestly was not trying to do that. I really wasn't. Please believe me. Please, please believe me. The vehicles themselves seem to be very planted on the ground. Especially unloaded. Like, it really does feel hard to flip over a vehicle. But when you stack lettuce up that high, anything up that high, it doesn't matter how grippy your tires are, it just means your center of gravity is a lot higher than what it used to be, and you know what gravity does. Yeah. And if you don't, gravity holds things down, pulls things down. That's what gives everything mass, is gravity. Now you know. Learning with TowMan G. You're welcome. If you don't know that, hopefully you're like 3. And if you're 3, why are you watching my videos? You shouldn't be watching my videos if you're 3. Just putting that out there. Parents, if you let your children watch this, hopefully your children are at least, in high school. Yeah. And if they're in high school, this isn't the thing that you really should be concerned about your children watching. With that said, I will see you guys up the farm shop. If I was monetized, that would have just got me demonetized, but thankfully I am not, so I don't have to worry about it. Stay. Oh no. Oh, bugger. Oh, come on, man. Come on. I don't even think I was speeding, and that's how you do me? Okay, alright, I see what you're doing. No, stay, there we go. There we go. So we're rolling on up into the farm shop here like Big Johnny at the party, if you know what I mean. Billy Big Rig over here. We've got all our goods. People want our goods. People want our goods. They will pay us good money for our goods. You know? Look at all that. Look at it all. Look at it all. Look at the money. Look at the money. $11,380 for our goods. They really like our goods. But in all honesty, that's that right there paid for the beehive itself. And even the big pallet point. Because I think the beehive was 10 grand. I know that wasn't all beehive money, that was a bit of lettuce. But, you know, at least one avenue paid off. And I'm pretty sure that greenhouse is paid for itself already. And at $730 per water tank fill up, pretty good money. We could even cut that down by, you know, filling up in the river or a creek, replacing down another water source, because there is mods for those now, which I'm pretty sure let you fill up for free. And if that water hydrant one doesn't let you fill up for free, the Buy Anywhere silo that came out on the Mod Hub not too long ago, depending on when this video came out, or comes out, if it comes out when I think it will, it might not, it might have been out for a week or more by now. But anywho, you can get free water out of that, so I'm told. I haven't tested that yet, so don't quote me on that. I shouldn't have even told you if I'm not 100% sure, but that's what I've been told before, so yeah, that's just what I'm gonna go with. Whew. Always putting disclaimers in the middle of things makes everything a little bit more long-winded. So let's see what that combine is with fill capacity, because it's just going to go right into the chicken coop. And we're going to have to plant some wheat or some barley. What's this field over here? Don't tell me this is oats. No, this is soybeans, right? Soybeans. So yeah, we're going to have to turn that field around and make it barley or wheat. So who doesn't like a little bit of wheat? 5,940 liters. That's a pretty good price. Pretty good. Or not price, but amount. And I already did the headland, so there shouldn't be any little bits that he missed, being a worker and all. And finding good help is real hard to find in these parts. They normally miss like a quarter of the field. So I'm pretty happy. We'll put our little beacon light back on because we'll be blocking traffic. Dumping real fresh sorghum into the chicken coop. But that will bring them up just over 10,000 liters, I think. Might bring them up closer to 12. So 12,000 liters off that field is a pretty good yield, I think. Maybe. Hopefully. If you disagree with me, that's what the comment section down below is for. And while you're down there typing away in the comment section, you might as well leave me a like if you like the video. And if you don't, there's a button down there for that too. Feel free to hit that button. Hitting a button's better than no hitting of the button. And if you like me and you like what I do here, feel free to hit that bright red button. Make it turn gray. That lets YouTube know that I'm doing an A-OK job, and it'll keep you up to date with all the content that I put out. Also, there's a bell that'll keep you notified when I do upload, I think. I think that's how that works. Look at all the deer. Oh, hello, deers. Hello. Don't get hit by a car. You really shouldn't be hanging out on the road. Especially now that I'm going to let that car run down to you. Oh, I just run into a fence. Maybe I should pay attention to where I'm going and not worrying about the deer that's about to get hit by a car. Oh. Deer didn't even move. That car just drove right through that other deer, though. That answers that question. No, you cannot get a nice roadkill dinner in Farming Simulator 2022. Once again, back onto food, and I've never once had to feed my character. Modders, something like that would be pretty cool, especially now that we have like cake and bread and stuff. How you would implement that, I have no idea. Absolutely no idea. Okay. There we go. I don't have to worry about accidentally throwing my combine when I try to get into the damn thing. So, field turnaround. What does that field look like? It is harvested. It needs no plowing, no lime, which is good. Very good. So, time to break out the little stubble tillage thing. I guess we could probably put some fertilizer on it first. It'd probably be a little rude not to. We left our turn signal on, or the helper did, because he was the last one in here. I'll blame him, not me. He was the one that drove it back to the yard. I never once drove it on the road on that whole time back, so I wouldn't have been the one turning the turn signal on. And to be honest with you, I don't use my signals as much as I should anyways. We are putting fertilizer down, which is great. We are missing a fair bit, but hey, that is what it is. And I'm going to have to touch up the bottom of this because fertilizing helpers, no good. No good. Especially on angled fields like this. They don't know what angles are. They're like, what's this angle? I know I can fit through these trees perfectly fine, but I just don't want to. I'm scared. I'm scared, TowMan. Please don't make me do that. Even if you do want me to do it, I'm just not going to do it. I'm just going to back up and turn around and carry on. I might help you out going the other way, but that's all I can do. That's what goes through their heads. Yeah. So, as you can see, the worker just kind of gave up. Didn't even want to go down this road. He was like, I'm too close to the trees. I can't do that. Too close to the trees. I'm just going to give up. But I will run your spreader arm into the tree before I'm done, so at least I'll cause damages and not do the job. Yeah, those are workers for you. Good old farming simulator workers. But in all honesty, what would we do without them? We wouldn't be able to do half the stuff we do currently without them. So, thank you, workers. Make sure to go out and thank a worker. Don't thank them too much, though. Don't let that little bit of praise go to their head. They already do a pretty piss-poor job to begin with. I'm also looking at cedars. I would really like to get myself a cedar that's a little bit bigger than the ones that we currently have. We have the smallest one in the game, 3 meters. We could upgrade to another 3-meter cedar that requires wheel weights, apparently, which is great. But this comes with 2 separate parts, I think. This one comes with like a power harrow thing and the actual cedar. But I don't want a power harrow, nor do I need something that runs at 165 horsepower for 3 meters. That just does make sense to me. We jump up to a 4-meter cedar. We would also need a front tank. And that just 220 horsepower, that's just not in the cards. So the smallest cedar that we could potentially buy is this one. 210 horsepower, we would need a bigger tractor still. About $110,000. Problem is with this one, I used it on the other series that I got over on Elm Creek, and there's a problem with it. The problem is, if you try to plant grass with this thing, you will go through pretty much the whole store of seed just doing anything. You turn this thing on, you set it down, set on grass, and you can just watch your seed go from 5,000 or 4,000 liters, which is full, to 0 in about 3 minutes flat, not moving, which is just crazy. Absolutely crazy. So I don't really want to buy that one. It seems to be fine for everything else, but if I ever want to plant grass, that's going to really piss me off. So our next option would probably be this coon here. Which I know I really shouldn't say that because apparently you can get demonetized for that. But it's the Coon brand of farming equipment. Get that through your head, YouTube. 6 meters, which is the same as this one. It runs a mile an hour faster, and it also has a bigger load limit. Load limit? Capacity. 5,500 liters. This one only has 4,000 liters. This one does seed and fertilizer the same, and it's also a direct drill. So we are going to be working towards this, which also requires a bigger tractor. And if we were to buy a bigger tractor, I'm not sure what we're going to buy yet. Suggestions down below in the comments. Thank you very much. What tractor should we buy? Hopefully around the 300 horsepower range. And so we'd be into medium tractors. Maybe even into large. We got the MF8S here that can be bumped up to 325 horsepower. It's a big contender of mine. The McCormicks are also pretty decent. I don't mind those. You can get the bigger McCormick here. You can get it up to 310 horsepower, but the Massey has a bit more top end. So look at this Massey here. You get the big motor in this bad boy here. It's an extra $50,000, so you'd be looking at $252,000 with some wide tires with weights. I probably wouldn't do those because it adds the little plaque cards there for just doing that, which kind of seems a little silly. The fact that all these tractors that have those cards there, you don't have an EU or US version, screws with me all the time. So we'd probably go with the wide tires and weights. Oh. So you got 2 sets of wide tires. You got that wide tire, and just your standard tire. So I'd probably go that wide tire with wheel weights. Front loader attacher, probably not. Probably not. So I'd be looking at least $25,000. 25? No. I'm dumb. I am dumb. $255,000 for that one. And that's just barely going to do us. Our biggest tractor we got right now is 170? 190. So it is a pretty big upgrade, but it's not as big as what we could do. We've also got the case down here, which is a mod. It is a pretty solid contender. It can get up to 261 horsepower, probably for a fair bit cheaper. For 261 horsepower, it'd be $142,500, which is pretty good. Pretty good indeed. That's a pretty big contender. Pretty big contender as well, just because of the price comparison. Not bad. Horsepower is a little lower, but hey, you can't beat a good deal. And this guy likes good deals. And now I just realized that requires 270 horsepower, and the case has a 261. I think we'd be alright. I honestly think we'd be alright. It's not very hilly. 9 horsepower difference. Don't think it's going to kill us. But with that being said, we shall get the stubble tiller in there, and then cultivate it, and give it another state of fertilizer, and get it seeded. So I'm going to do all that fun stuff off camera, and I will see you when that's all done, because it's going to take a while. Quite a few steps. So I buggered it up a little bit. I left this guy on a worker to come do the field, and then I went to have dinner, and I forgot about it. So it is now dark. With that being said, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. We've got a fair bit done. We sold everything from the greenhouse, a bunch of honey, and we bought this chicken coop here, which we are getting eggs already, which is awesome. Good stuff. We like to see it. Back up into the animals. No new births yet, so we shall see. Reproduction bar has changed color, so we'll figure that out. We are definitely going to need more grain, and that's why we planted wheat in that field over there to be able to feed them. And probably we'll end up planting barley once we harvest our soybeans, which may be tomorrow, may not be. Who knows? With that said, guys, if you like the video, hit that like button. If you like me and you like what I do here, hit that subscribe button. It really does mean a lot to me. If you don't like me and you don't like what I'm doing here, hit that downvote button. I don't know what's taking you so long. With that said, guys, I will see you in the next episode. Toodles.